Hi everyone, so I'm back today to do another craft with me, and it's a very simple little window tag pocket holder that you can pop into your journals, or you can have it as a floating pocket. I'm working on a dragonfly journal at the moment, which will have a hint of butterflies. So what I needed for this was, I'm using this cardstock. I'm going to cover that bit over because I'm not overly keen on that, so because I want that on the back. I've got a bit of paper which is printable from the Dragonfly Dreams kit from ARTYmaze. I've got a dictionary page. I've got an oval that I'm gonna cut the window out with. If you don't have like a die cutting machine or anything, you could draw a circle or a square. It doesn't have to be oval, or you can use whatever like die you have. I'm not using acetate. I'm using these are the laminated sheets, and they're not laminated, so I've just kind of split them up. I've been cutting them out because I'm not really using my laminator much at all. So with this I will use the shiny side up, the dull side goes to the back. And I've got tags, and I've got a little bit of ephemera here, so let's get started. Oh, that's the little tag that's in there, she says, and it's probably stuck now. I've just literally done that, and I thought I will do a little video on this. And I'm sorry if you can hear my fan going, but it's rather hot and I must have it on. Okay, so that goes in like so. I'll put that out the way. Right, excuse me. Right, first of all, I'm gonna, my dogs are barking now. The dustbin lorry is across the road. Trust that to come along when I start to do a video. So I'm just making sure I'm in frame. So I'm just going to use my glue stick. There's going to be stitching. If you're not stitching, then make sure you glue everything down like exactly. So I'm just doing a little bit like that. Then I'm going to just pop that on like so. This is a bit of French. No, it's not French, it's Spanish. Spanish dictionary. Got a big gloopy bit of glue there. So I'll take that off. Didn't do that exactly straight, but let me see if I can take that off. I can I? No, probably not. So that's a little bit skew-iff, but never mind. It's because I can't get my head right over to see what I'm doing, because the camera is right here. So my bits of paper, cardstock and paper, measure 3 by 5. I meant to say that. But obviously, depending on what size tags you're using, just allow for the tag to go in. Okay, so that's like 3 by 5. I'll probably have to trim a little bit off on that. I done that just a tad wider so that it did actually, you know, it will actually meet. Right, with this I've got a big short machine, so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on there, just a bit of washi tape, and got another little piece here just to hold it in place. And I'm going to see if I can get my big short machine in here. Oh, had this many moons. Okay, scrubby. Actually sits on the floor, the poor thing. Right, I'll try and do it this way. I don't know if you'll actually see that. Let me see. Right, so I'm using all my plates, so all the plates are done, sitting that on there, and then I'll just sit that. If you're using obviously directional paper, and if you want to leave that a little bit bigger at the bottom or the top, you can do. I've just tried to center that and then just run that through like so. You can see this is well used, and we'll pop that out the way and take that off. And being quite careful with this in case it does rip the paper, because some washi tapes are a lot stickier than others, so that come off okay. The ovals I'm going to keep. I'm going to do a little video later on the ovals, because I've been cutting out lots of these oval shapes, so I've got quite a lot of the you know, the leftover pieces. And get that out of the way. I'm gonna, well, actually we'll ink that up later, right? With the laminated sheet, I'm going to pop some glue, she says. Okay, I lost the little the top for this the other day, but I have found it. So just popping some glue all around here, because I am taking the, you know, whether it's acetate or you could use vellum, I'm taking it right to the edges, making sure the shiny side is forward, and just popping that on there, because I have found when I've done it in the past and maybe just covered the actual shape, things stick, even though like you may stitch around it. So with my craft knife, I'm just going to trim around. I'm going to save that because that will do for when I use the little ovals. And I'm just checking that I'm recording, because the other day I made 2 poo-poos the other day. I done a whole video, a 20-minute video, and done it on time lapse. Then I done a flip through of something and it didn't press record, so I'm just not used to doing this. Right, I do need to change my blade. It's getting a bit blunt. You can hear it kind of crunching into the glass there. Right, we'll ink up around. Oh, see, I should have inked up because I wanted to ink up around the circle, the oval, I should say. Too late now. Too late. But ink that up before you put the acetate or whatever it is you're using as a window. Okay, right, so now I'm just going to measure that to there and trim off what I don't need, which is just that tiny little bit. Yeah, definitely need to change that blade. I think sometimes the glass mat makes them blunt very quickly. Could be wrong. Okay, right, you don't have to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Not even going to see that, but it's just habit with me. It's like ink the edges up. Right, so obviously that's going to get sewn onto there, but I want some stitching along here, and obviously you can't do all that and stitch that together at the same time, otherwise it will not be a pocket. So I'm going to bring my sewing machine in and see if I can do that without causing a big mess or dropping it. Okay, you're not really going to see the stitching, but I'm going to stitch along that top piece on a slight zigzag stitch. 2 seconds. And take that off. I need to move that a second out of the way. It's coming back in a minute. And we will trim these bits off. And just to hold it in place, I am going to run a little bit of glue just up and around 3 sides. Just a tad, nothing major. And obviously use whatever glue you have. But like I said, if you're not stitching, then just glue it all down. And then just pop that on there. Push it down. I find sometimes when I'm sewing these kind of things, I end up with little like creases. So with gluing it down, it kind of holds it in place for me. I could have done that afterwards. So, and now we're going to stitch down here, along there, and up there. So back in with the sewing machine. And my bulbs hasn't turned up yet. my bulb went vocals on this really quickly. Still hasn't turned up, may turn up today. Right, so let's do these 3 sides. And I won't be editing this because I haven't got any room on my phone to do any editing. Reason it's so noisy as well, I think it does need a service, to be honest, but it's nearly dropped my big shot then. It on the glass mat, it makes quite a bit of noise. Okay, right, so we're back with that. We've completed the pocket, and the next bit is just easy peasy. Okay, so I have a tag. What tag? Well, I've got quite a few tags. We'll have that one, or maybe that one, we'll see, one or the other. To decorate, I've got a little butterfly, like I've done on that, but I'm going to do it this side. And what do we want? What do we want? I've got to ink it up. I'll just take the, I love these. These are from ARTYmaze's number label kit, and I'm enjoying using them at the moment. Let's see, maybe I don't want it that way. Might change my mind. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm just going to be plodding along today doing this journal. I've got a few other bits done, but I just thought I might come on and do some other bits. Actually, I did say I was going to do do a couple of like clusters with the ovals, because I have tons of them and I'm going to need them for this journal. Using up your scraps. Okay, we'll have that there and pop that down, and then I'm just going to use a bit of this linen thread. Got tons of it, so I'm just using it on my tags. It's not ever so waxy, hence why if you watched my video the other day, I used some beeswax on it just to make it a little bit more waxier. Right, and then that goes in there, and you can, like I said, you can have this as a floating pocket or a permanent pocket. If you wanted it as a floating pocket, you could put some lined paper or decorate the back. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with these in the journal yet, but this is as far as I've got. Put the signature together, that's it. So you know, I may come in and do like pop it there, who knows, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but that's easy peasy little project for you to maybe try. Use whatever, you know, whatever papers you have, use whatever dies you have, or hand draw a shape and cut it out, and yeah, you can make little pockets. So if you have any questions, just ask, and thanks for watching. Bye.